My name is Omar Robinson. I'm a journey mechanic with the City of Saskatoon. My role at the City of Saskatoon is to maintain, repair, and diagnose the buses. A typical workday for me, it's when it comes to the city, there's a safe culture. You come in the morning, you make sure you got your safety gears on. You go to your supervisor, you select the work that you're supposed to be doing. And once you finish that work again, it's on to the next job again. So that's it's all about. Just working in the City of Saskatoon. It's perfect. It's basically a physical and mentally challenged job, but definitely once you get the job done, you're okay. The truck and transport industry, to be honest, it's a growing industry. Expanding as the year go by. Each time you got buses, new technology coming in. So working with truck and transport mechanic, it's one of the best field a student would want to get in. You got job security. It's a fascinating career. You can make a great income as a truck and transport mechanic. It's really awesome job to get into. They're just saying sometimes you're a product of your environment. Me growing up, I was always around mechanics back in Jamaica. And it was a passion. And then after at high school, I got introduced to automotive. And then I went to one of the best automotive schools in Jamaica. They call it Jamaica German Automotive School, where I achieved a diploma as a mechanic. So my role as a mechanic it was great. So after that, I was introduced to Canada, like a work permit coming to Canada. And then coming to Canada, I got experience. I was a diesel mechanic. And after that, I got a diploma in a diesel mechanic with Penn Foster. That's an online school, but that was only for me to just improve my skills. And then after my experience and all my training and stuff, I decided to challenge the Red Seal exams. That's where I get my journey mechanic, and then that's where I get hired by the City of Saskatoon. I've been here over 8 years now, and basically, it's definitely all about maintaining, repair, and diagnose the buses for the City of Saskatoon. So we keep the bus running on the road so people can have safe traveling, taking care of the bus, make sure they're safe. Because safety inspection is done by SGI. That's where we come in as a mechanic, to make sure the bus are roadworthy, working, and that's where we keep them in top shape so we can maintain all the buses around the city. The role as a mechanic has changed over the past. At one time, you were actually only good with using your hands. This time now, it's all about technology. You gotta have a computer skill. You gotta be computer literate when dealing with these type of buses now, because everything is more advanced. You got engine management system. So me as a mechanic, once I go on the floor, the first thing I gotta go get my laptop to diagnose stuff. That's all it is. So it's a great, kids nowadays or students nowadays want to get in the field. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great, especially now with the technology, and it's keep advancing each year. Technology increases with the buses. We got different stuff coming out. So it's great just working with being a truck and transport mechanic. So as students in Canada, the first thing, you gotta go through training. Whether it's on-the-job training, then you go to the apprenticeship stage where it's I think it's up to 4 years. Like you got year 1, year 2, and year 3, and year 4 for you to pass your apprenticeship. And then you basically on-the-job training, you'll be supervised by a senior mechanic, like a journey mechanic like me. And in that process, you go through schooling, whether it want to be the company will be sponsoring going to school or you'll be doing it by yourself. But most, I think in Canada, definitely the company will be responsible for you going back to school. So it's all about training. The apprenticeship, you got to go through that process before even you can be qualified to be a journeyman mechanic. My work is great, to be honest. Being not even a truck and transport mechanic, being a mechanic, especially now in this day and age, it's awesome. Getting up every day, just repairing stuff. Sometimes someone will say, Omar, why don't you be a supervisor? Why don't you do this? But me being on the floor every day, just challenging the job, it's perfect, man. Like getting things done. One of the best things you can feel is like a bus comes in and the driver would say, hey, my bus can't start. And then it will come in on a tow truck. And then after the process of diagnosing, you'll take probably 2 days to try to figure out, especially if it's an electrical problem. Because, these buses runs off of sensors, computers, engine management systems and stuff. And then after you figure out it's just a broken wire and you got it done, it's like you feel like you're a god. You just create something. So it's awesome. It's an awesome trade. I will tell any young person want to get into it, just try it. And to be honest, it's not all about the money also. You gotta love it. You gotta have a passion for it. You have to have a passion for it. Because if you're gonna get in the trade for the money, you gotta be committed to the trade. Because if you're just going to come in with the money and not committed, it's going to pull you apart. Because there are going to be days when you can't even figure out stuff and you go home and try to wonder, okay, I'm going to get this done. But when you come back and get it done, it's like awesome. You come supervisor come over to you, Omar, you got this done? I say, yes, you figure it out. So it's perfect being a truck and transport mechanic overall. It's a growing industry. It's really expanding. Truck and transport mechanic, overall, the trade is expanding. Because you got a truck, you got like, if you go to the grocery store, if you go to the clothes store, anywhere you go, the products that are in the store, it's been brought to the store by trailer, trucks, and everything. Transportation is the main hub of any city. It doesn't matter because I got in the oil mine when they're the oil field, when the oil prices are down, people might lose their job. But in transportation, there always gonna be people taking the bus, doesn't matter what. Always gonna be grocery in the stores, always gonna be clothes in the stores. So those things, it's gonna maximize, the income is perfect, I'm telling you, the income is great. The career path is awesome, so definitely I would tell a student to get into it. Start early. What I mean by start early, like definitely if you're in school, getting a teacher, instructor, or a trainer, ask them like, how can I start? Like to be honest, for me back home in Jamaica at ninth grade, that's when we get introduced to vocational training, like job experience. I don't know if it's like that in Canada. You go on job experience, like to be honest, let me get straight to the point. Employers, they're always keeping recruiting seminars and workshop for people that they want to hire. But if you can use the same workshop to get student in, I know you can't hire them, they're pretty young, but get them ready. Just get them ready to get an idea. Okay, take them around the shop, some tours and stuff, show them the awesome stuff about the mechanic work, not only the grease and the dirt, and get them to come in and let them understand, so, okay, this is it. So they have an idea of what they want. Especially now, because even the construction business, because not only as a transportation mechanic, in the construction business, they need mechanics in that area. In agriculture, they need mechanics in that area. In the mining, they need mechanics in that area. So it's broad. So the trade, even say you don't want to be a mechanic, but being a mechanic, no, it's not only you're a plumber when you're a mechanic, you're an electrician when you're a mechanic, there's so many stuff in these time of technology with these transportation stuff now. It's awesome. So definitely start early, get as much information, do your research, talk to your teacher, talk to your trainer, and let them get you familiar. Even the workplace, get the student to get a tour of some of these workshops, let them get an idea of what they're gonna get into. To be honest, because right now, information is really out there. There's an old time saying, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. It's all about preparation, getting prepared. That's all I can say.